beauties, I'm back with another swatch video. I'm going to swatch for you all my MBA Cosmetics singles. I have the Celestial Rainbow quad here, and then the Sugar Buzz 9 pans of the Sugar Buzz over here, and I'm going to swatch all of them for you all today. As always, I've situated myself somewhere where we're going to have light and then shade so that I can show you the swatches under sunlight as well as in the shade so that you can see how they will look. If that sounds good to you, as always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. Now let's go into the video. This quad is the Celestial Rainbow collection of quads from MBA Cosmetics, and the 9 single pans is the Sugar Buzz collection from MBA Cosmetics. I want to show them to you next to each other so that you can also see the color differences. I'm going to get started with the Celestial Rainbow quad. Okay, so the first color is Cosmic Rainbow. Let me show you the color in the sun. It looks super glittery and pink. Hopefully you can see the shift. And then in the shade, I see kind of a gold shift, a pink shift. Hopefully all of these shifts are obvious. Let's go in. So I see a lot of shiftiness. I see the gold shift, the pink shift. Absolutely gorgeous. I kind of expected when I bought these that they would look like Fantasy 2.0 collection, the first quad of the Fantasy 2.0 collection from Shine by SD, but they don't. They're not as glittery. Shine by SD is super, super glittery. Let's swatch this on my hand. So it's super flaky. Perhaps you should put a little bit of base before putting this color over it. It looks like it has glitters in it because of the flakiness. Again, anytime I use the term glitter in my channel, I'm not talking about the crunchy glitter that's unsafe for the eyes. I'm just talking about what looks like glitter particles, but they're not glitter. Let me bring my hand here so that I can show you the shifts in the shade. So beautiful. So I see gold shift and then a super pink magenta shift from this angle. I think you all can see that as well. Maybe I see a little bit of green from some angles or tealy green from some angles. Honestly, I can't really say that there is a lot of green shift, but this is a beautiful, beautiful shade. The next color is this greeny goldy one. Just moving it around to see if you can just see the shifts. So I see gold that way. Honestly, I only see green with a shift of gold, maybe a little bit of pink from some angles. The name of this one is Phantom Rainbow. So the base is sort of a mint green, and then you see sort of a very glittery gold shift. I don't know if you can see it in sunshine, so let me bring my hand in the shade. Again, kind of similar texture, a little bit flaky, probably is gonna work better over a tacky base. So in the sun, let's make sure you can see that. Hopefully you can see the shifts in the sun. Maybe there's too much sunlight, is overexposing. But honestly, I don't see anything beyond just the green and the gold glittery shift. Now in the shade, again, I don't really see many shifts past just, maybe I can say a little bit of copper there, but I don't see a lot of shifts beyond the green and the gold. The next one is this one. Interestingly, this one actually has an impression that I think you can see in the video. This is Infinite Rainbow blue base with sort of a gold shift. Let's try this. So again, the same kind of texture. This is a tiny bit creamier than the other ones, but again, baby blue base, maybe a little bit darker than baby blue, but it has the same kind of a gold glittery shift. Yeah, you can even see the creaminess in the swatch. So in the sun, again, same kind of concept. Beautiful, beautiful blue base. And the shift is extremely glittery and beautiful. Maybe there is a little bit of a pink or purple shift, but it's so subtle, honestly. It's difficult to see. I would just say, you know, here I see a little bit of a pink shift. Yeah, I can't really say these are multichromy. And then in the shade, again, same thing, just blue base with a shift of gold. Now we know blue and gold can give us a green shift as well, because gold is a variation of yellow, and blue and yellow give us green. So if you see green, it could be because of that. There's a very tiny shift of pink in these other colors as well, but honestly, it's so tiny, it's difficult to claim that there is a pink shift. And then the last color in this quad is this one. This is Solar Rainbow. It's a gold. I do see an orangey, pinky kind of an undertone. I'm gonna move it around to see if you can see that. Again, very flaky and super, super bright and glittery. Let's swatch this. You can see the flakiness. I'm hoping you can see it because it kind of blended into my skin. I imagine if you have a deeper tone skin, this is gonna look amazing on you, whereas on me, it kind of just blended away. In the shade, it looks better. You can see it there. So literally it's just, it looks like gold glitter. But of course, again, when we say glitter, we're not talking about anything crunchy or not eye safe. These are just small, small, small specks. I'm sure you can see the tiny particles. So that's what I see. There is a tiny hint of maybe green, maybe pink from different angles. Like when I do that, I see a little bit of green. Maybe the camera is capturing it. Maybe a little bit of pink. Super, super glittery and shimmery colors and super bright, but I can't really say that these are multichromes because I don't see any color other than just the base and the shift, or at least many colors beyond that. Now I need to read the description to see if they actually claim these are multichrome. I don't know why I assumed they're multichrome. Maybe they are not supposed to be multichrome, but they're beautiful and they're definitely unique. I don't think I've seen this kind of shade and shift and glitteriness in many other brands. Also, beauties, I am wearing Cleona nail lacquers. These are from the Slickadelic collection. I'll put the name under the screen. I'm still trying to learn how to deal with the magneticness, but they're so beautiful. We are now going to swatch the Sugar Buzz collection, and these 9 are the Sugar Buzz collection. There is a little bit of glitter left on my hand, and you're gonna see glitter here too, just ignore that. Let's move on to Sugar Buzz. The first color I'm going to swatch for you all is this one. This is Sugar Dreams. So this one does look like it is kind of multichromy. I see a magenta pinky base, and then I do see a green shift from this angle and kind of a goldy shift, bluey, tealy shift from some other angles. Let's take it under the shade and see if I can show you all the shifts. So this is this beautiful color. Again, the name is Sugar Dreams. This is what it looks like on my finger. Beautiful creamy color. It looks a little bit iridescent. I feel like I could use it over another color and get a different effect. I kind of feel like I can see my skin from under it. So again, you see the pink base and then the greeny tealy shift at the very end. Hopefully the camera's capturing the shifts. It's beautiful, and the shift is pretty much glittery, similar to the shift from the Celestial Rainbow collection. It's a beautiful color. Let's take it in the shade. So from this angle I see gold, but then when I do this I see teal, like a light teal. And then the base, the undertone base, is magenta pink. This one is also sort of a pinky base. This one is called Sugarland. We see a pinky base, but then I see a purpley bluey shift. And the pink base is less magenta and more pink. So not as dark as the other color. Let me move this around in the sun. Similarly in the shade. They're very flaky, super, super flaky. I'm pretty sure this is going to look very different on over different color bases because the pink is not even very obvious. It looks like it has a pink base, pinky, very light pink, lighter compared to the other color. And then at the end you see sort of a bluey, purpley. But in the sun it also looks beautiful. You can probably see my skin color from under it. This is a beautiful shade, but I wouldn't say this is multichrome. This looks pretty duochrome to me because I literally only see the purple shade. I'm trying to figure out what other shades I can see here because this is blue, right? And when I do this, I still see the same shift. Whereas in this color, when I do this, I see gold, and when I do that, I see teal. So I don't know, they just don't look the same to me. So this is another one that has a pinky base. This is Sugar Baby. This one kind of looks like it has also a more maybe corally base, pinky corally base with a gold shift on top. Let me quickly show you this in the shade too. Maybe you see a little bit of a green from this angle. Okay, so this is the swatch. This is much creamier than the other two that I swatched. The base is also darker than the previous color. Yeah, this is a beautiful color. Again, Sugar Baby, pinky, magenta pinky, very light magenta pinky base. And then if I do this, I see a pink coral shift. And then if I do that, I see a gold, maybe a little bit green shift. Okay, beauties, the sun is moving, so I kind of have to move with the sun to make sure I can show you all. Back to Sugar Baby. Pink undertone, and then at the very end you have a gold shift, but then if I do this, I see a pink shift. So this one does have, so when I look in the shade, I kind of see the same shift as well. Hopefully you can see that. This is a beautiful color. Okay, continuing with kind of pinky corally base colors. The next one is Sugar Pie. This one has even more of a coral color as base with a gold shift, and in the sun we can see super, super glittery looking, similar to the other colors. And it looks a lot more gold in the sun. I don't see as much of the coral base. Again, very, very mild. I would love to see these colors over a colorful base because this kind of color doesn't even really show much on me. You know, and in the sun I see, again, very mild coral undertone with super glittery shift. And in the shade, same thing. You know, when I do this, I see more gold. When I do this, I see more coral shift. But the color looks so mild. that it's kind of difficult to even see it. Yeah, I'm not the most impressed with this color. I don't know how much these are each because I bought the whole bundle. But if I were to buy these separately, I would have picked the first and the third. Those would be my picks. I mean, they're pretty. It's just, I don't know how much use I'm going to get out of them with all the Cliona and other higher end shadows that I have. Beauties, I was editing this video and then I realized that some of you might think because the swatches are in sunlight, it's difficult to see the shades. So I decided to show you the swatches in complete shade. And right now I'm not using ring light. There's barely sunlight in the room where I'm doing this video. Now you can really see what you're gonna see. These swatches are extremely light. To be honest with you, I'm not super happy with the price on these. If they look light in the earlier parts of the video or in the swatches that I did under the sun, they're actually that color. It's partially the sunlight, but it's also, I want to say 50% at least, the fact that these are very, very translucent, and it is difficult to see their colors to begin with. I think they would work a lot better on a deeper skin tone than mine. Let me also show you these colors here as well. I used these four in these swatches. I'm now going to swatch colors that have more of a blue base. So the first color I'm going to look at is this one. This is Sugar Drizzle. I see the magenta-y, pinky shift from this angle. Other than that, I don't really see any other shift. And then in the sun, again, is super, super glittery looking. Again, we're not talking about crunchy glitter. We're talking about eye safe glitter. So this shift over a blue base. Again, similar to the other colors in this collection, it looks like the base is translucent. This color was much creamier than the other colors I swatched. And I see, I don't know, kind of a silver shift from this angle. Nothing too impressive, but then I do see sort of a pink magenta shift when I do this. Super glittery looking in the sun though. You don't see that glitteriness in the shade, which is disappointing. Yeah, again, I would not call this color a multichrome. I don't know if this brand claimed these are multichromes. Maybe I'm just imagining, but just saying in case you were thinking that they are. Okay, the next one is Sugar Coated. This one has a seafoam base. I do see a little bit of a green shift from this angle, maybe a little bit of a gold shift from this angle. And in the sun again, extreme glitter. Let's swatch this. Again, super pretty. And this one also looks way creamier. And the base also looks more opaque than the other colors that I swatched. Let's see. Yeah, this reminds me of one of Cliona's colors. I don't remember which one it was, but I did swatch one of these. I think it was in the Electric Vibrant collection, colors that were similar to this. Maybe I can say this has a little bit of a pink shift. I'm hoping the camera's capturing that over here. And that is beautiful. Can you see that? That's beautiful. Oh yeah, this color is so pretty. And then from that angle, I only see gold. Let's take a look at it in the sun. So again, extreme amount of glitter or glitteriness in what it looks like in the sun. I also feel like colors like this that don't have a dark base are good for the summer or this time of the year. Yeah, definitely see a pink shift there. And then a little bit of a green shift. Very pretty, very, very pretty. Also see kind of a different color at the very end there. Now let's do this one. This one is Sugar Bubbles. This one has what looks like kind of a darker purple base, and then you see a teal shift when I do that, and a gold shift when I do that. Super beautiful and bright. Yeah, kind of the same shifts in the shade as well as the sun. Again, these colors more or less look like they are not going to be opaque. This one was probably the most opaque of all of the ones that I swatched. It has very translucent purple base, and then I'm hoping you can see the teal shift when I do that, and then a gold shift when I do this. I also feel like I swatched a few Cliona colors that look like that in my Electric Vibrance. I think this is most similar to Electric Vibrance because I think those were the ones that were not super opaque. So look at that video if you want to find dupes. I'm going to link that video in and my whole Cliona swatch playlist in the description box under this video. Yeah, very nice. Let's take it under the sun again. Extreme level of glitter. So this kind of glitteriness you can't find in Cliona. Cliona texture doesn't do glittery. Even if they call it like glitter vibrant or glitter, I don't know, regular glitter multichromes, you don't see tiny speckles like this. Like this literally looks like tiny, it has tiny dots in it. At least that's not what I remember from anything that I've swatched in Cliona. Cliona is a lot more smooth. Okay, let's do a final look of these three. So among these three, I like these two. Yeah, and they both have at least three shifting colors. The other ones to me kind of seem like it's questionable whether they're multichrome or duochrome. Beauties, looking at these colors in the shade. Again, there's barely any sunlight in this room. And I want to make sure you all can see exactly what these shades look like on my skin. And these are, again, as translucent as they show up in this video right now. So it's these three that I have used. If you want to see how the shifts are when you move these. Okay, beauties, back for the final two colors. The first one we're going to swatch is this one. This is Sugar Cloud. So this one has a green base and a gold shift on top. Again, the gold shift is super, super glittery. In the sun, you can see the glitteriness. And maybe you can argue there is a little bit of a pink shift from this angle. Let me quickly show you Phantom Rainbow. So this is what they look like next to each other. Phantom Rainbow definitely has more of a gold shift when I do this, and then more of a pink shift when I do this, pink or coppery shift. Let me see if I can show it in the shade. And the base colors are a little different. This is a little more minty. This is much more, I want to say, limey. So this is what it looks like. Realistically, I don't see a whole lot of shifts. So again, super flaky. I'm sure you can see these particles going everywhere as I'm swatching this. A tacky base is recommended. I know MBA Cosmetics has epoxy. I actually purchased this with this collection when I bought it, and I've been using it in my channel. If you're curious, you can check out some of my videos. This is what it looks like in the sun. Much more smooth than I was expecting. Like, I was expecting that from this angle I would see a lot of glitter, and I've seen more glitter in the other shades in the Sugar Bust collection than in this one. This looks much more smooth, but then from this angle I definitely see a pink shift. I'm really hoping the camera's capturing the pink shift, which is beautiful. And this is much more creamy than definitely the Celestial Rainbow collection. Let's take a look at it in the shade. Yeah, definitely see a pink shift there. Beautiful. And significantly less glitteriness in the shade. Of course, as I mentioned, the color itself is also not as glittery as some of the other colors in this collection. It looks very glittery when I look at it under the sun, and it does look glittery. It's just not as glittery as the other ones. It looks much more smooth swatched. Beautiful shade. And then last but not least, we have Sugarholic, which is this gold color. So again, I see a lot of glitteriness, and I do see maybe an orangey coppery kind of a shift this way, a little bit of a green shift this way. Let me quickly show you in comparison to this one, which is Solar Rainbow from Celestial Rainbow collection. So Solar Rainbow looks a lot more glittery, and I'm hoping the camera's capturing the shift. So this one definitely looks more green, and this one definitely looks more copper. But then from this angle, well, again, more copper, more yellow. Yeah, from some angles they kind of look yellow, both of them yellow, but they don't look like the same exact yellow color. Let's quickly swatch this. I have high hopes for this one because if you've been watching my videos, you know that I love yellows with a shift of green. And this color is not disappointing. Oh my goodness. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So in the sun, from this angle, I definitely see a teal shift. Can you all see that? Hopefully the camera's capturing it. When I do this, I definitely see green. Beautiful shift, whereas the base is very prominent yellow. Very nice. And even from this angle, I kind of see a green shift, kind of less tealy and more limey. Yeah, this is definitely teal. These two shifts almost look the same, but here I see kind of a limey green with a yellow base. Beautiful color. Let's bring it in the shade again. These two colors I love. Definitely that pink shift is beautiful, and yeah, I even see a little bit of a pink there. Hopefully the camera's capturing it. In some of these videos, after I look at the video, I have noticed that in the video I'm seeing some shifts that I could not see under sunlight. So the video is capturing shifts that I couldn't see in person. I don't know how that's working out, but that was kind of interesting. Beautiful, beautiful colors. So again, these are the shifts under sunlight, and these are the shifts in the shade. So as I was swatching, I told you which ones I liked, and I like both of these colors. I personally have a preference for yellows that turn into green, so maybe this one more so than the green one, but I like both of them. Okay, beauties, looking at the last two colors in the shade again. Again, these two colors are pretty translucent, particularly the green one. It's kind of difficult to see the shifts, to be honest. I am not sure if the green one is a multichrome. I would call it a duochrome, but I really like the gold one. It has a beautiful green shift. You can see the green shift there. It's also has a tiny bit of a pink shift. I think you can see a little bit of copper shift there in the gold one. It's beautiful. And again, the two colors that I swatched are these two. Okay, beauties, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also consider subscribing to my channel if you're not subscribed already. Also, don't forget to write to me in the comments below if you're enjoying these kinds of content so that I make sure that I do more of it. Thanks again. I love you all. Have an amazing day, and until next time. Bye.